Hi friends, this is Hugh from Plaguelands Media bringing you another board game playthrough of Marvel Champions, this time Justice Spider-Man, picked by Ian Van Gemmet of course, versus Kang the Conqueror. I did in fact make a rules fuck up towards the end of the video, which I'll explain later. Before we get started though, I have some comments here that I would like to address. Very serious comments. I'd just like to go through a couple of them now. The first comment comes from Mr. Shy. Nice name, fuckhead. And he says, why do you always drink at the beginning of your videos? That's a really good question. Fuck you, that's why. You fucking tosser. Comment number 2 I'd like to address comes from Mean Boys. Nice spelling, dickhead. And this is, you always drink from a bottle or a can. How do we know you actually finish the whole drink? Good question. Cheers. Happy? Okay. Now that that shit is out of the way, Plaguelands Media. Couple of weeks, Ian Van Gemmet has an exhibition coming up at Gallery 188 in Katoomba. Check it out. Go to our website, www.plaguelandsmedia.com. You can follow us on Facebook. You can hit the like button and subscribe on YouTube. Since our last video, we actually lost subscribers. So to all those people, thanks. And check out Amazon for our comic book, our books of short stories, Ian's children's books that he's written. Instagram, Redbubble, it's all out there. Just give us some love. Come on. Okay, without further ado, let's get this fucking shit to the fucking table. Okay, we are back with another playthrough of Marvel Champions the card game. This time we are going to be Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, chosen by my good friend Ian Van Gemmet, going up against Kang the Conqueror. I have never played this guy. I have no idea of his game mechanics. I've seen a couple of videos, but not really kind of sure how he works. He starts the game with a tough status, meaning I have to kind of break through that before we can actually hit him. I'm just going to shuffle the encounter deck again, so you Betsy Bleeding Hearts out there don't accuse me of cheating. I'm going to shuffle the player deck. I'm not sure about the lighting here. Wonder if I turn on the overhead lights, if it might... Oh, we have an upside down card. I'm playing with the Justice aspect, but I don't have all of the cards that I really want. Simply because I'm using Justice aspect to go through another... is that better, I wonder? Yep. I'm using Justice aspect with another character to go through the Rise of Red Skull campaign, so I made do with what I had. Now, part of Kang the Conqueror is I already start with an encounter card in play. So let's draw Peter Parker's 6 cards. See what we want to keep and see what we want to mulligan. We have swinging web kick, an attack that does 8 damage, foiled to get rid of boost cards when the villain schemes, strength, to the rescue, remove 2 threat, helicarrier, and the power of justice. Okay, we are going to get rid of foiled. We don't have any threat kind of on there. We're going to get rid of to the rescue, and we're going to keep these 3 and draw 2 new cards. We get backflip, which is always good, and a web shooter, which is excellent. Okay, let's get started. First thing I'm going to do, Peter Parker generates 1 mind. I'm going to put my web shooters into play with 3 counters on them so that they can generate more resources when we go into our hero form. Okay. I'm going to flip to hero mode. I'm going to play strength and tap the web shooter for my 3rd resource to bring out the helicarrier. The helicarrier reduces the cost of a card by 1. I'm going to swing for 2 into Kang the Conqueror to get rid of his tough status. And then I'm going to reduce the cost of my next card by 1. I'm going to get rid of backflip and power of justice to play swinging web kick, taking Kang the Conqueror from 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 4 health. If you can hear something in the background, my cat is going apeshit for some reason. Okay, let's untap everything, draw 5 new cards. We get enhanced spider sense, so I can get rid of a treachery card, stealth strike, another backflip, webbed up, and enhanced spider sense again. Okay. The villain phase. First thing we do is we put a threat on the main scheme. We can't let it get to 7. Kang is going to attack. We have a choice. When he attacks, we can either put a threat on here or he gets +2 attack, so he will be at 4 instead of 2. I will let him attack me for 4 with a single boost icon. So he's hitting me for 5 damage. I'm going to play backflip, cost 0. When I would take any amount of damage, prevent all of that damage. Nice and easy. And we get another encounter card. Okay, so our first encounter card is an Ancient Warrior. Soldier Temporal, 2 health. Okay. 1 scheme to attack, and he has Quick Strike. So he comes into play and he hits us for 2, putting me down to 8 from 10. And then we have a future weapon attached to Kang. When Kang attacks, the attack gains overkill. If this attack damages a hero, that hero is stunned. After this attack, discard future weapon, and it has 2 bonus attack on it. All in all, not too bad. However, nothing that I could use my advanced spider sense against. Okay, so it is my turn. When Kang attacked me, I should have also drawn a card, giving me Lockjaw. That's Spider-Man's ability. I forgot about that. I'm probably going to forget about that a lot. Okay, well, let's do this. Let's use Helicarrier to reduce the cost of Stealth Strike. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. If that enemy is defeated by this attack, remove 2 threat from a scheme, and we're going to pay for it with Lockjaw and an enhanced Spidey Sense. So we deal 4 damage to Kang. Kang is at 4 health, so we defeat him. Okay, when defeated, advance the main scheme to stage 2 at the end of the phase. I'm still in my hero phase. Spider-Man is going to attack for 2 to get rid of the Ancient Warrior. And that is all we are going to do. So I will draw 3 new cards, giving me Spider Tracer, Genius, and a Queen Carrier, as well as Webbed Up and Enhanced Spider Sense. Okay, it is the end of my phase. So we remove Kang and we go into stage 2. Stage 2 reads, Master of Time. Place 1 acceleration token here for each side scheme in play. There were none. Then discard each side scheme. Each player reveals a random stage 3A in turn order. Remove any unused stage 3 schemes from the game. So we are going to just sit that here. That goes away with Kang. These are the random stage 3. I'm just going to take the second one from the top, which is the Chronopolis. These get put away. If you're playing a multiplayer game, everyone gets their own different stages. So create your game area and place the scheme in it. Add Kang Immortus to the game area and deal yourself an encounter card. So let's find Kang Immortus. Okay, toughness. This villain cannot take damage while a minion is in play, and we have to defeat him. He has 18 health, 2 attack, and 2 scheme. And the rest of the Kangs get removed from play as well, and we deal ourselves an encounter card. Okay. Okay, so it is now the villain's turn. We add 1 threat to the main scheme. Kang Immortus is going to attack. He attacks for 2. I have 8 health left. Nothing that can help me. I'm just going to take this. I'm not going to defend. So he's going to hit me for 2, 3 damage. 1 boost icon on that card, putting me down to 5. And then we have our encounter cards. I do have in my hand an enhanced Spider Sense. So if this is a particularly bad treachery, we can get rid of it. The first card is Gang Up. The villain and each minion engaged with you attacks you. I don't want him to attack me, so I am going to spend 1 resource from my web sling, play Enhanced Spider Sense, and cancel that treachery. Next card is a T-Rex. Toughness, and his attacks gain piercing, which means that it goes through the tough status. At least he doesn't scheme, so there is that. Okay. I'm going to use the helicarrier and pay 2 resources to get out the Quinn carrier. This lets me generate a wild resource. You can't really see that because of the glare on the card. That's better. I'll just stick with that. And I'm going to generate that wild resource to put a spider tracker on the T-Rex. I'm going to hold on to webbed up. I'm going to flip to my alter ego side, and I'm going to recover 3 health, putting me back to 8. That is the end of my turn. I will draw up to 6 cards now, giving me Swinging Web Kick, Mockingbird, Energy, that's 4, another Webbed Up, and another Web Shooter. Okay, Villain's turn. Villain schemes for 1. If this gets to 9, we're pretty much screwed, but okay. He has a scheme of 2, plus 2 is 4, so he's going to put 4 scheme on that, bringing it up to 6. T-Rex does not scheme. And our encounter card is Temporal Shield. Attached to Kang. When Kang is attacked, discard it, prevent all damage, and deal 1 damage to the attacker. Okay, not bad, I guess. Let's use his resource ability to put out our second web shooter. Comes in with 3 counters on it. Let's flip over. Let's exhaust the helicarrier to lower the cost to 2, and we will play. Oh, he has a toughness on it. Hold on a second. He's going to swing in for 2, getting rid of the toughness. Then the helicarrier to lower the cost of Swinging Web Kick by 1 down to 2. Using that to pay for Swinging Web Kick, doing 8 damage to the T-Rex. The T-Rex only has 6 health. When attacked minion is defeated, remove 3 threat from the main scheme. Okay. And let's go with Quinn Carrier and both web shooters, which gets rid of that because there is no more tokens on it. To bring out Mockingbird, we can stun an enemy. So Mockingbird comes into play. I will stun Kang, and Mockingbird will swing for 1. I believe the Temporal Shield supersedes stunned, because when Kang is attacked, and we are attacking him now, so we will get rid of that and deal 1 damage back to Mockingbird. So Mockingbird is on 1 health. We have 2 webbed up left, nothing else we can do, so we end the hero phase. Just fix up the discard pile so it looks nice and neat. Two, 3, and wait a second, we already have 2 cards, so we can only draw 3. So we have Avengers Mansion, Swinging Web Kick, Daredevil, and 2 webbed up. Okay. Villain phase. 1 threat goes on the main scheme. Kang Immortus is going to attack us, but he is stunned, so we get rid of that. And we draw Depowered. This is an obligation, so this goes in front of us. You cannot play hero specific cards. As an alter ego action, we discard a hero specific card from your hand to get rid of this obligation. Well, that sucks. I forgot to set his health. He is at 18. Wow, there goes my plan out the window. Okay. We will use the Helicarrier to lower the cost of Avengers Mansion down to 3. We will use a resource from our web shooter and the Queen Carrier, so that's 2. We are going to spend Daredevil for the 3rd resource, and that gets us our Avengers Mansion in play. We're going to exhaust that to draw a card. It is not a hero specific card, so we can play it. We are going to... We're going to swing in to get rid of his tough status so we can start wailing on the prick. And then we are going to flip over. I am going to discard a Webbed Up, which is a Spider-Man hero specific card, to get rid of that obligation. So now I can play hero specific cards. And I will keep Mockingbird around for one more turn. We draw, how many cards do we have? 1, 2, 3. We get Endurance, 4. To the Rescue, 5. And Black Cat is 6. Wow, this is tough. Okay. 1 threat goes on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 2, 3, 4. Whoops, where's the camera? There we go. He's going to scheme for 5, which puts this at 10. The threshold is 9. After this stage is completed, set one side Kang's Dominion face down on stage 4 at the end of the phase. Remove Kang and Mortis in this stage from the game and combine your game area with another game area. Okay, so we still have to finish the villain phase. Our card is Macrobots. They have Guard and Retaliate 1, 1 scheme, 2 threat, and 4 attack. Okay, so we get rid of this. We get rid of Kang and Mortis. And we go to scheme 4A. You use your enemy's technology. Okay, reveal Kang 3 and add him to the game. Reveal each face down Kang's Dominion under this stage. Okay, so... Kang 3. So Kang 3 is Kang the Conqueror. He has 20 health, toughness, and when he attacks I place 1 threat on the main scheme, or he gets 2 attack. He is 2 and 2. Okay, so we put his health to 20. There is a Kang's Dominion. This is Kang's Dominion because we failed the last stage, so he can't take damage. 3 threat on it, and when we defeat it, we deal the player who defeated this scheme an encounter card. Wow, that was a big mistake on my part, but okay. We are going to use Peter Parker's 1 resource to put endurance in play, giving me an extra 3 health. Well, let's flip over. We can't actually attack Kang because of the macro bots and Kang's domain. So we're going to use the helicarrier. We're going to use our 1 resource from our web shooters to play To the Rescue, which removes 2 threat from a scheme. We're going to use the Queen Carrier and our Power of Justice to put in Black Cat. Black Cat is going to scheme for 1. So now we can hurt Kang. She takes 1 consequential damage there. We're going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. We're going to use Webbed Up. This is probably a bad idea to put a Spider Tracer on the macro bots. We're going to attack the macro bots for 1 with Mockingbird, effectively killing her off because of the retaliate. And for 2 Spider-Man, they have 4 health. They also have retaliate, so Spider-Man takes 1 damage. Okay, let's draw 4 new cards. We get Heroic Intuition, Followed, Stealth Strike, and Foiled. Not good. Oh, and I was supposed to, because of the Dominion, I get an extra encounter card. 1 threat. Kang is going to attack. I don't want the extra +2, so I'm going to put 1 attack on there. He is attacking for 2 plus 2 boost icons. So he hits me for 4. Where is Aunt May? I need Aunt May. Macrobots are attacking for 2. I will take it. Probably a bad idea. And I get another encounter card. The first encounter card is more freaking Macrobots. The second one is Weakened. An obligation. After you use a basic hero power, take 1 damage, and I can discard it using a strength resource from my hand. This is... okay. Black Cat is going to attack, taking out these macro bots, but they do 1 retaliate damage to her. Spider Tracker, I can remove 3 threat from a scheme. Okay, I'm going to tap Avengers Mansion to draw a card, and I get Jessica Jones. I have no strength, so there's but I have to... Okay, here is what we are going to do. We're going to reduce the cost of Jessica Jones by 1. We're going to use the Queen Carrier and Followed to get her into play. She's going to swing and do 2 damage against the Macrobots. They have retaliate 1, so she will take 1 damage for the attack and 1 damage for the retaliate. Spider-Man is going to swing in and attack, doing the 2 damage. He gets 1 damage from the retaliate. Because he used a basic power, he takes 1 damage from weakened. I'm going to flip over. This is probably a bad idea. I'm going to use his 1 resource and Stealth Strike to put in Heroic Intuition, giving him +1 thwart, and that will be the end of my turn. I have 2 cards. I deal 4 more. Giving me Skilled Investigator, Under Surveillance, Followed, and finally Aunt May. Okay. Alright. This might work. 1 threat on the main scheme. He's going to scheme for 2. Nothing, so 2 more threat goes on the main scheme. And we get an encounter card, and that is Manipulated Time Stream. Discard each event from your hand. If no events are discarded this way, this card gains Surge. Events. Do we have events? We have 2. We have Swinging Web Kick and Foiled. Alright. Okay. Okay, so now it's my turn. I'm going to discard Skilled Investigator to get rid of that. I'm going to use his ability, generate a resource to put in Aunt May. I'm going to use Aunt May to heal for 4, putting me back up to 6. I'm going to recover for 9. I'm going to flip over. Okay. I'm going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. And I get Nick Fury. I'm out of cards, so I have to shuffle my discard pile. This is a really tough boss. It's because I don't know his deck, so I don't know what to prepare for. Okay. I've got to play it safe. Use the Helicarrier and the Quinn Carrier to put Under Surveillance in. So now the threshold has gone from 10 to 14. So that should give me a little bit of breathing room. Spider-Man's going to swing. Oh no, he recovered, so he can't swing. But Black Cat is going to swing for 1. Finally scoring my first hit on Kang the Conqueror. And I'll keep these 2 cards. You know what? I'm going to ditch Followed. I'm going to draw. Well, I ditched Followed and got Followed. Stealth Strike, Foiled, and Swinging Web Kick. Alright. Okay. Threat goes on the main scheme. Kang is going to attack. I'm going to let him get the +2 because Jessica Jones is going to take this. So he is at 4, 5, 6. Where am I? What am I doing? See, I'm standing off to the side of the camera. I can't even see. 5, 6, 7 boost. That takes out Jessica Jones, but she did her job. Thank you very much. I should have gotten... Wait a second. Wait. I have to back up. I made a huge boo-boo. That was my encounter card for reshuffling my deck. So now, 2, 4, 5-6. So she would have still been dead, but let's just make sure that is clear. For those of you that are following along, I should have dealt myself an encounter card after I shuffled my deck. Therefore, the 3 boost icons would have not been the boost icons for the attack. We get a second encounter card. First one is a Treachery. Insight 1. Place 1 threat on the main deck. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a different obligation, reveals it, and shuffles it. I think I missed something here. Okay, that's fine with Kang. Is it on this one? Stage 3 turn order. Okay. Kang's Arrival. Kang Conqueror. Okay, so I got to find an obligation. What was the obligation? Was weakened. Discard the highest cost card you control. You know what? I'll just get the weakened one again. It's easy enough to get rid of. And we have Ancient Warrior. 2 damage, that's Quick Strike. Putting me down to 7. Okay. Okay, Immortus from again. I've got a feeling I'm missing something here. Oh well. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, I'm going to swing in for 2 to get rid of that, but because I'm weakened, I take a damage. That's fine. I'm going to draw a card with Avengers Mansion. I'm going to use the Helicarrier to make Nick Fury a little bit cheaper. He only costs 3 now. I'm going to use these 3 to bring out Nick Fury. I'm going to have him do 4 damage to Kang, putting him down to 15. Nick Fury is going to swing in for 2, putting him down to 13. Black Cat is going to swing in for 1, putting him down to 12 health. I'm going to flip over and use Aunt May to heal me back to 10. Hopefully I'll be able to get a strength resource to heal me up next turn. And 6, I actually do. I get webbed up. It's a strength resource, okay. 1 threat on the main scheme, putting it up to 6. It has a threshold of 14. He's going to scheme for 2. I get frozen in time when a character would ready, discard this card instead. Okay. But 2 threat does go on the main scheme, putting it up to 8 of 14. And my encounter card is a side scheme. Rampage. It has an acceleration token. When defeated, discard the top card of the counter deck until a minion is discarded. Put that in play engaged with the player. Comes in with 4 threat on it. And Nick Fury, of course, goes away at the end of the round. All right. You know what? I'm going to keep weakened in play. I'm going to flip. I'm going to attack for 2, putting him down to 10. I am going to use Avengers Mansion to draw a card. I'm going to use the Helicarrier and the Quinn Carrier to lower the cost of Swinging Web Kick down to 2, using 2 resources to pay for it. Swinging Web Kick dealing 8 damage, putting him down to 2. Black Cat is going to swing in, putting him down to 1 health. Okay. I can't ready because of Frozen in Time, but everything else can ready. And I lost a health because I was weakened, of course. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, getting Lockjaw. 2 threat. Go on the main scheme, putting it up to 10. He's going to attack me for 2. I will let him do the +2, that is 4. 5 damage coming my way, which I am going to backflip out of, dealing no damage. My encounter card is Assault. He's going to attack me again, doing 2. I'll give him the extra +2, doing 4 damage. So I get hit for 4, putting me at 5 health. Okay, well, nothing else for it. Black Cat swings in for 1 damage, putting him to 0, and giving me the victory. I think. I have a feeling I've made an error, and if I have, I will address that at the end of the video. So, thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. Kang the Conqueror is one tough son of a bitch. But, there we go. That's Marvel Champions, the card game. Justice Spider-Man versus Kang the Conqueror. Thanks for watching, everyone. Okay, I did indeed make a colossal fuck up. And it's written right here on the Kang's Wrath card. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for the Nemesis minion and puts it into play engaged with them. So, I should have had the Vulture engage with me. He comes in with Quick Strike. He would have dealt me 3 damage when I started the actual stage 3. I honestly don't think it would have made much of a difference, but I will actually try and film this again at some point, and I'll make sure not to forget that. So I do apologize for making that rules mistake. That was on me. I'd like to say this was a win, but for that rules mistake, I'm going to say it was a tie, and we'll leave it at that. So there you go. Have a great weekend, everyone.